Hey there. So recently I was talking with a buyer client of mine and they wanted to get an idea of what their $400,000 could get them in this part of Charlotte versus this part of Charlotte versus this part of South Carolina, which is just over the state line of Charlotte. And I was like, well, I think I'm going to create a video doing exactly that. And so that's what I'm going to do today. So if you're looking to buy a home in the next year or two, go ahead and pay attention because what you're about to see, if your budget is $400,000, could literally change whether you buy a cozy starter home, a brand new home with a great backyard and plenty of space, or a little shack. No, none of the homes I'm going to show you are a shack. But there are very strong differences between what $400,000 gets you in 3 different parts of the greater Charlotte metro. And it could literally decide which part of the state line you choose, whether that's North Carolina or South Carolina. So I'm James Launius. If you don't know who I am, I'm a real estate professional in North and South Carolina, and I help buyers, sellers, investors, just like yourself, every single day navigate the real estate market, decide whether it's best for them to buy in this area versus that area versus this other area. So that's you. My number is on the screen. I get calls and texts all the time from people off my YouTube channel just need help on their real estate journey. I would love it if you're the next one. You can also schedule a private Zoom call with me if you want to meet face-to-face, virtually, and we can discuss your buying and selling needs. I would love to help. So let's go and talk about these 3 homes in 3 completely different parts of Charlotte, yet they all are listed for the same price right now. I'm going to give the addresses. I'm going to give what each of these homes offers, and you're going to be able to see what you can get for $400,000 in these 3 different parts of Charlotte, one being Fort Mill, South Carolina, just over the border, one being Rock Hill, South Carolina, also just over the border of Charlotte, and the other being in Charlotte proper in Mint Hill, which is a town within the Charlotte border. Let's go and start with Fort Mill. I love Fort Mill. I live there. This is a great property, 705 Jones Branch Drive. This one's currently listed at $399,900, so pretty much $400,000. Now this is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home, just over 2,000 square feet, 2017 to be exact. And this one was only built in 2013, so it's pretty new, and it looks to be in really great condition from the listing photos. And the price per square foot is $198.26, and this is actually the highest price per square foot of all the homes we're going to talk about, just the 3 of them. But I think this is mostly because Fort Mill schools are some of the best in both North and South Carolina, some of the most highly rated, all 8s, 9s, and 10s, and they're just a huge draw. And let's talk about some of the interior features of this home, and you can follow me along on the listing right now if you want to, see these pictures for yourself. Now this is a somewhat open concept home from the kitchen to the dining areas you'll see, and I think my editor is probably going to put in pictures of these as we go through it, so hopefully be able to see some of these things as I'm talking about them. Kitchen does have granite kitchen countertops. The floors and baths do appear original, so it's not like it's fully updated and redone recently. It does have original 2013 floors and baths, I think. Newer carpet throughout, though, it looks like. You do have a 1-car garage here. Please note this is a 1-car garage, and the other 2 we'll look at are 2-car garages, so there's a difference right there. The fridge does look older, possibly original appliances, I believe. The dishwasher and oven might be a bit newer, I think, from what I'm seeing on the pictures. Now, the lot size of this one is only 0.27 acres. This is actually the biggest lot of the 3 homes we're going to look at. All of these lots aren't huge, though. I try to keep the lots, pretty similar. This one happens to be the biggest lot, but it doesn't make a huge difference. Now, the community here, this is Jones Branch. This is Minist I-77 and the Kingsley Town Center, which is an amazing district. Check out my Fort Mill vlog tour if you want to see what Kingsley looks like. It's a really cool district with shopping, dining, eating, has a commercial, park and stuff. So really cool spot. Now the HOA here is $16 a month, likely just covering the common area maintenance and the code enforcement. It's not really giving you too many amenities, but it does cover that basic HOA stuff. $16 a month is not too much. And there's lots of families here in Fort Mill. There's sidewalks, a good neighborhood feel and community vibe. It's older, so you're not going to get one of those new construction community feels where it's kind of still trying to establish its identity. And it just has a really probably more established feel to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And this is just over the South Carolina border in Fort Mill, so you're going to enjoy lower property taxes than you would in Charlotte if you are looking for a primary home. So that's a great property. I encourage you to look at it. Let me know if you have more questions. Happy to answer them, or if you want to see it yourself, let me know. I'm happy to do a virtual tour for you. Now let's move on to property number 2, and that is in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Rock Hill is a great spot. We're going to talk about some of the appeals of Rock Hill very soon. Let's get into this property. So this is 831 Yale Street, number 30, currently listed at $400,000 on the nose. This has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and just about 2,400 square feet. So it's almost 300 square feet bigger than the one in Fort Mill. So you're getting much more house for your dollar. This was built in 2015, so a couple years newer than the one in Fort Mill. Has a very spacious layout with solid finishes and updates. Looks like everything is updated in here, which is amazing. And yeah, overall, the price per square foot is 166.18. This is the best value per square foot of all 3 of these homes we'll look at. And I would say Rock Hill has some of the best bang for your buck when it comes to buying homes. And you're just going to get more value or more home for your money here because it's a little further away from Charlotte. It's not too far away. It's just on the southern border of Fort Mill, but it's just more up and coming. It's not as established as Fort Mill and Charlotte, so you're going to get better prices for a very high appreciating city and town. Now let's talk about the inside. Very plush carpet, looks newer. You have quartz kitchen countertops plus a new sink, which is awesome. I'm just going to go through some of the recent upgrades they listed in the description. You can look at these too. New light fixtures throughout, fresh paint. You have a deck, above ground pool, new fence and siding, so that's amazing. You get a pool included with more square foot, and a 2-car garage, whereas the other one only had 1-car garage. And cabinets do look original, so those aren't brand new, I think. But yeah, super nice home. And this community is Rhodey Park. This is in the south part of Fort Mill. It's not too far from downtown Rock Hill as well, which is a really cool historic downtown. I do another vlog tour of Rock Hill. If you want to check that out, it gives you a good idea of what Rock Hill has to offer. All the amenities, a lot of different cool places you can go to. And the historic downtown is a really cool place you want to be near. Now, this HOA is only $35 a month, includes a dog park, playground, a picnic area, sidewalks, trails, street lights, all that stuff. It's really cool. Not too far from the Riverwalk district as well, which goes along the Catawba River, has a really cool walking trail. The Pump House restaurant, I also give a tour of that, and several breweries. And it's only about 35 minutes to uptown Charlotte if you hop on I-77. And you're going to be there in a jiffy, and it's great for commuters. Also great for people that want to work from home, but still be pretty close to the city and the lakes in Charlotte and the surrounding area. And you also get low property taxes here if it's your primary residence. So that's a great property. I encourage you to check that out. Let me know if you want a tour. Happy to show it to you. Let's talk about the third one. This is actually in Charlotte. This one is in Mint Hill, North Carolina, which is a town in Charlotte. It's not technically its own city. It's a suburb of Charlotte within the Charlotte city limits. Now, this property is 3215 Lisburn Street. This one's listed at $399,000, and it is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath home, 2,064 square feet. So right off the bat, it's pretty similar in square feet to the Fort Mill one. It is 1 bedroom less than both Fort Mill and Rock Hill, so you can see you get a bit less home for your buck here. This was built in 2020 though, so it's actually one of the newest of the 3 homes, and price per square foot, $193.31, so just under that Fort Mill one. Now, features for this one is a 2-car rear entry garage, which is pretty nice. Don't get much of a backyard, but that's kind of the reality of this neighborhood. You do have new energy efficient, construction to reduce utility costs, which is cool. All finishes do appear original and in good shape. It's only 2020, so about 5-6 years old, depending on when you're watching this video. And the seller is offering a $5,000 credit for touch-up painting and cleaning. So I imagine might just need a touch-up of paint and clean in a corner here and there. They are offering a credit for that, which can actually go to a rate buy down and save you money in the long run. And you can paint and clean yourself. So that's going to be great. Now, the lot size for this one is pretty small. This is only 0.09 acres, which is the smallest lot, but pretty low maintenance. It looks like the HOA probably covers a lot of the exterior maintenance, if not all of it. It's pretty walkable to shops and restaurants in Mint Hill. And the HOA is the most expensive. It's $109 a month. This likely covers landscaping and exterior maintenance. So I believe this one probably covers all your exterior maintenance, like the mow and all that stuff, which is super nice to not have to do that. But you do have higher North Carolina property taxes for primary residence. Property taxes for primary homes are a bit more in North Carolina than South Carolina, so just be aware of that. It's not super crazy, but it is a bit of a difference. But you do have trash and some of the city fees included in your tax bill, whereas in South Carolina, it's more separated. And you're pretty close to uptown Charlotte and University area. You're close to the historic downtown Matthews. I also do a vlog tour for that. Check it out, my community vlog tour playlist. And it's a really cool area, really good spot of Charlotte. You're pretty close to a lot of things in Charlotte. This is the best for commuters if you have to go into Charlotte or South End or any of those places to work. Now, before I reveal that hidden gem neighborhood I mentioned, I'm going to quickly go over and break down a few things you probably didn't realize about buying in North Carolina versus South Carolina. So let's talk about property taxes first. So in terms of which one's cheaper, South Carolina is usually a bit cheaper for property taxes, and North Carolina is a bit more. Depending on what part of North Carolina you're in, it is cheaper in York County versus Mecklenburg County, which is all Charlotte. Now, schools wise, Fort Mill is top tier, some of the highest rated schools in the entire greater Charlotte metro and even in both states. And Rock Hill does have decent schools. They're more up and coming. You kind of, hit and miss in terms of ratings. And Mint Hill also is a bit more mixed. It has kind of mixed ratings depending on which school you're going to. So be sure to research those on schooldigger.com, on greatschools.net, on niche.com. You can look up school ratings and what some of these districts have to offer. Now, in terms of commuting, Mint Hill is closest to Charlotte. Fort Mill is a bit closer than Rock Hill, but none of them are too far away, to be honest. Depending on which part of Charlotte you're going to. Most people don't work directly in Uptown, so you might be commuting to Still Creek or Rivergate, and in that case, Fort Mill and Rock Hill would actually be closer to commute to, probably. Most bang for your buck, obviously Rock Hill gets it. You get the home with the pool, the most square feet, and just a really nice HOA with a lot of amenities. Now, Fort Mill is a master plan community in a lot of spots. Rock Hill is more up and coming. Mint Hill is a quieter suburb in Charlotte with a small town feel. I would say it's an older town. And let's go and get to that bonus neighborhood I mentioned at the beginning, and that is York, South Carolina. So in York, South Carolina, you can actually get probably $200,000 to $300,000 home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for 1,200 square feet pretty regularly. You can get stuff between $300,000 and $400,000 that is just so much more home and land and property for your dollar than you could even in Rock Hill, especially Fort Mill and Charlotte and Mint Hill. There are new construction homes here under $300,000, many under $400,000. There's D.R. Horton here, Meritage Homes, some really great new build communities, and probably one of the most highly appreciated cities, I think, up and coming in the greater Charlotte metro. It is about 45 minutes to uptown Charlotte. Depending on the time of day, it's probably going to be more than that. Could be closer to an hour if you're moving towards rush hour times. So yeah, I think York, South Carolina is a great spot. Definitely some of the best bang for your buck cities in Charlotte, and especially close to that historic downtown, which has tons of shops, dining, restaurants, and a really cool historic feel. If you get near that in like the historic neighborhood district, it's just a really awesome spot to be. So overall, let me know in the comments, which of these 3 homes would you choose if you had to choose between these 3 and you only have $400,000. Let me know which one you like most. Talk about locations you like. Talk about maybe if you're looking to sell your home and you're looking to sell it for $400,000. Maybe your home is better than all these. So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Shoot me a text or give me a call. If you have questions about real estate, money, finance, I get calls and texts from folks off my YouTube channel every single day, just needing help learning about the Carolinas, learning how to navigate the real estate market right now with rates, with homes sitting on the market longer, with days on market, with buying, selling, or investing in property here in the Carolinas. So if that's you, go and reach out. Phone number's on the screen. You can also set up a Zoom call with me in the description below. I would love to hear from you. And other than that, friends, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content about the Carolinas, about money, real estate, finance, and everything in between. We would love if you followed us along on our journey of just adding value to the community and just providing a resource for people looking to know more about the Carolinas and more about real estate and everything in between. So other than that, thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you in the next video, and even better, we hope to show you around our town very soon.